to more political chatter. In this video, we will be talking about South Carolina Senator Tim Scott and his potential bid for the presidency in 2024. So, as you guys know, as I just said, Tim Scott is a senator from South Carolina, very conservative, staunchly conservative is a better word, the only African American Republican in the Senate, and he first of all, announced, so he was reelected last year, in 2022 by a wide margin, and he said that in 2028 he would not run again for Senate. So why would anyone decide this early? Potential run for something else. And there's a new report that Tim Scott is going to run for president in 2024 against Donald Trump, among others. So this, first of all, comes as a big surprise to me. I personally did not really think that Tim Scott was going to run for president. You know, he was always on that potential candidates list in 2024, and I never doubted that he was a potential candidate. But this report coming out today is really making it seem like that he is going to run, and that is definitely not something that I expected. So, here he is with Trump. He spoke at the 2020 Republican National Convention, and he has just been an ally of Trump, more so than Nikki Haley is, who just announced her candidacy, more so than most Republicans, or than a lot of Republicans were, I should say. So, I definitely did not think that he would run in 2024, but it really is looking like he is. And, oh, by the way, in his book, I said, excited to share his vision of hope and opportunity to hear. Here it is. A rising star who sees and understands the importance of bipartisanship to move America forward. This book is a political memoir that includes his core messages as he prepares to make a presidential bid in 2022. So obviously the 2022 does make sense. Well, yeah, kind of does. But they said it was a typo. I don't know. That could definitely mean something else. But anyway, we have to bring up the fact that the South Carolina primary is held early, and it is one of the most important states. Joe Biden would not have won the presidency without the state of South Carolina. Even though Buttigieg won Iowa, even though Bernie won New Hampshire, and even though Biden came 5th in New Hampshire, he won South Carolina and he won the presidency. So in 2024, I could honestly see the same thing happening. And with Nikki Haley in the race, I do not think that it is a good thing for Tim Scott to run if their message is to stop Trump from winning the nomination. Because once that non-Trump vote in South Carolina is split, Trump is guaranteed a win in South Carolina. It's just like it happened in 2016. There were a lot of anti-Trump votes. Marco Rubio did well here because he was from Florida. And then we had the others. Ted Cruz performed well here because he was from the South. Jeb Bush performed well here because he was from South Carolina. So all those, not necessarily anti-Trump votes, but non-Trump votes were divided between those three. And Donald Trump was able to win with like a third of the vote. So Nikki Haley and Tim Scott dividing that vote in South Carolina kind of would get, if Tim Scott gets in the race, it would kind of guarantee a victory of Donald Trump in South Carolina. And by that point, let's say DeSantis gets in the race too. Trump wins Iowa, DeSantis wins New Hampshire. And even if DeSantis wins in Nevada, once Trump wins in South Carolina, it's over. Voters, the majority of Republicans do like Donald Trump. And then once Trump wins in Iowa and South Carolina, most importantly, they don't have a reason to vote against him once Super Tuesday comes. He performs well on Super Tuesday. He gets enough delegates to win on the first ballot. It's not a blowout, but he does get enough delegates to win on the first ballot. So I don't think that Tim Scott running is a good thing for anyone else besides Donald Trump. And Donald Trump should, I'm sure he is enjoying all these candidates getting in the race. And so yeah, definitely something to look out for. Tim Scott could be very interesting in the future. So thank you all for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That would be a great help. And I'll see you all next time. Thanks again.